Hey everyone, it's Taki here. I'm currently studying architecture in London, and in this video I'll share with you how I develop my projects. We are doing this project which is called Wearable Architecture, and there is also a first part of this video where I basically share the things that I've done when we first began the project, such as mind maps and initial drawings. But now that we are in the middle sort of end part of this project, I'm planning to do some 3D models for a couple of days and then decide how I want my final piece to look like. So yeah, now it's time for me to do some work. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to make some drawings, because I literally have no idea on how I want my 3D model or sketch model to look like. Oh yeah, by the way, if you are wondering why is that I'm planning to make, basically I'm just making a mask for street vendors in Whitechapel to protect themselves from the coronavirus. Okay, I know that this is a very dry and not original idea at all, but I literally suck in designing and making something that has to be worn in the body, as I heavily realized doing this project. And we have literally a couple of days left, so yeah, I wasn't bothered to brainstorm some new ideas. But yeah, that's the concept of it. Usually I do my sketchings with a pencil. I do it lightly and then use pen over it, because it just makes it just looks nicer, you know. And when you scan it, you can clearly see all the lines, because usually the scanner, like your phone and the scanning apps that are available, they don't really pick up the pencil marks that well. So yeah, I just use pen. It's much better. It just makes it look all nicer and all that. But yeah, after I did some two crappy drawings, I decided, you know what, now it's time to do some 3D models. As you can see, I'm going to use some straws and wood sticks, and yeah, then we'll plan out later what else we can add. But yeah, these are the materials I'm going to use to make my mask to protect the street vendors in Whitechapel Market from the coronavirus. You're wondering like why I'm making a mask for street vendors in Whitechapel Market, and that's because that area is really overcrowded. Even though there is lockdown, social distancing is not really applied in the area. And yeah, I was thinking that the sellers, they might be a bit more risk, because if they get infected by the virus, they will have to shut down their business and they can't really provide for themselves and for their families. And even though like the government have some schemes and grants, the council to give them, it's still like they are not gonna have the same amount of income as if they had their shop open. So yeah, I was thinking maybe like to design for them. Yeah, that's like the general idea. But yeah, now let's go back to the making and explain what I'm doing. And here, yeah, as you can see, I also added tracing paper, because I want the mask to cover the whole face. So if you can't really clearly see, it's just bad, like how you're gonna sell stuff or how you're gonna communicate with people if you can't see them. So yeah, but I know that this tracing paper is not really that see-through, but yeah, it just gives the impression that it has to be transparent, the actual material of it. My glue gun is literally one of the best things that I bought, because I just use it for everything. Every time I do some sketch models, and I know that maybe some tutors out there, they might not like having a sketch model full of glue gun, like the glue around it, but it just makes it much easier and quicker for you to stick stuff. And yeah, I'm not really bothered to find natural ways for the materials to, you know, stick them together. And yeah, a bit of advertisement for my glue gun. And yeah, I do recommend you to get one as well, because it's helpful. It's actually pretty helpful. This is the final result of the 3D model that I was doing. And yeah, what do you guys think? Do you like it or not? I think it's decent. Obviously there are so many ways that it can be improved, but you know, it does the job. It kind of sort of looks like a mask or a gladiator helmet. But yeah, I'm planning to do a illustration on Photoshop maybe, or yeah, just edit a bit on the computer digitally, and then I don't know, maybe do some collage or something for my final piece. Now let's make some other ones to see which form I can, develop further for the project. Before doing some extra 3D models, I've decided to do some research, and that's because my research has been really poor so far during this project. And here I'm just researching, trying to understand a bit more and learn a bit more about the history of my selected location, which is Whitechapel. And I'm just hoping to get some ideas on how I could develop my project and decide the overall shapes and forms of my 3D model and all that. Have I learned anything by doing this research? Well, yeah, I mean, I got to know why the place has been called Whitechapel, but to be honest, it didn't really give me that much inspiration on the ways that I could change and develop my project and ideas. And after spending 1 hour doing research, I decided to, I'm just tired of reading these articles. I'm just gonna go back to do my 3D models. However, before jumping to do these 3D models, I have to do some quick sketches because I literally have no idea on how I want these 3D models to look like. So yeah, here I'm just doing some quick drawings, just drawing some shapes here and there, and hopefully I will be able to recreate these shapes into 3D models later on. I decided to use printing paper for these 3D models because it was just in front of me, and just combined with some extra materials such as wood sticks, as you can see here. I decided to do 3 models and give myself 10 minutes for each model, and by limiting my time, hopefully I'll force myself to be more flexible and free with the way I'm designing and not care so much of the outcome of it and just be experimental. Something very annoying about this project is that because it requires us to make something that has to go on the body, I have to always try it on. In this case, because I'm making a mask, I have to always try it on my face if it fits well. If it doesn't fit well and there is a part that is falling, I have to sort it out, and it's just so long to put on your face and then remove it and add some extra stuff and then put it back to see if you adjusted it. Obviously, like, we don't really have to make all the models that have to fit in our body or in our face in my case, but I don't know, I'm just probably trying to be a bit too ambitious and making all the models that fit in my face. But yeah, it's just complicating my life. So here are the final pieces of these 3 quick sketch models that I've made, and what do you guys think? I'm not really I'm okay with them. I mean, they are like very quick 3D models, so it's not that they are so impressive and they are so outstanding, but I mean, it's good to show that I have development, and it was a way for me to understand how I want my final piece to look like. So yeah, for now what remains me to do is to decide which 3D model I like the best and which one fits the best with the context of the project, and then just develop it further by doing maybe another 3D model more refined and better looking than this one, or do a digital collage, or try to do a digital render with Photoshop. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and if you're wondering what did I do in the first phase of this project and you haven't checked it out already, you can go and watch this video. And if you want to come to this university at UAL and do this course that I'm currently doing, Foundation in Architecture, you can also go and check out this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.